almost 30-year-old Aussie event rider. Been based in America 7 years, and I've been eventing since I was 11 years old. And my dream is to one day go to a championship, and that's kind of what I live, breathe, eat, sleep every day. Bolytair B, otherwise known as Boly or Bolly, a lot of people pronounce it differently. He's an 11-year-old Dutch horse. He's 72 hands and weighs 1,000,000 pounds. He's a huge horse, but he's an incredible athlete. He has been with me 2 years now, and he's currently competing at the 3-star level. So I got Boly 2 years ago. He's owned by the Gieselman family, and unfortunately he had a little bit of a tricky couple of years leading up to that point. He can be quite a handful, and at that time he really was. And we spent a bit of time getting to know each other. He was kind of wild. The first couple of shows I took him to were not that pretty.
29.1 in dressage. Adding 78.4 on the cross country with a total of 107.5, currently in 15th place.
He's very comfortable on his back legs, and he knows how to throw himself around a bit, but underneath it all, he's such a talented horse. He's a good mover and a good jumper and very brave cross country, sometimes a little too brave. So after sort of ironing out those kinks, we kind of, 6 months later, I started to feel excited about the journey, and that he was might going to be the real deal. And then, of course, he had colic surgery, so that was sort of another dip in the roller coaster. But he came back from that, fortunately for us, better than ever. And then since then, he won the 1-star up at Bromont last year. He then moved up to intermediate and won his first intermediate, and then was 8th at Richland Park 2-star, was 5th at the 2-star at Fair Hill, which was a huge kind of test for him to see would he be able to really gallop and go, he was a resounding success. And then we decided to step him up to advanced this season, the spring season, and he's had a really successful advanced spring. He was 3rd at the CCI 3-star Jersey. So it's kind of been a little bit of a roller coaster ride. He can be a bit of a tricky horse, but ultimately he's a champion, and I think that the best is still yet to come. Blenheim Palace CCI 3-star would be one of the most prestigious 3-day events in Europe and the world. And the reason I want to go, well, there's a couple of reasons. The first reason is I've dreamt about going to a big English event since I was a kid. So obviously it would be something that I've been thinking about for a very long time. The second reason would be more of a strategic one. I've done a 3-star here in North America, and with a championship coming next year, I think it would be smart to try to get some international experience so that we sort of can prove that on our resume. And the third reason is more personally, I just kind of want to see where Boly and I stack up in a big international field with a lot of really world-class horses and riders. So I think overall it would just be an experience that would be good for me in so many ways. So obviously it's a very expensive endeavour to fly a horse to England and back for a month. It's going to cost roughly, well, ballpark $25,000 to $30,000. So it's a lot of money. I don't expect it to be just given to me. We want to work for it. So we've come up with quite a few different ways of supporting us. There's some products, some socks and shirts that will be available really soon, and amongst some other things. But the one I think is really cool is the Team Boly for Blenheim cooler. So basically what we've done is bought a beautiful maroon cooler for Boly, and for $50 you can purchase your own patch on the cooler where your name can be embroidered on it. So my goal is to have this cooler in England that has everybody who got behind us and supported us have their names embroidered, and so we can sort of publicly show the support that you guys gave us to get there. So I think it's a pretty cool idea. I'm going to try to take lots of pictures of Boly in his cooler in front of Blenheim Palace, and hopefully with some of the who's who of eventing. So I think it'll be kind of a cool thing for people to follow along as we get closer. Hopefully you can jump on our bandwagon and follow us along as we try to achieve this goal.